Hello, this is Doreen Oberg, and welcome to my channel again for beginning organists. The hymn that I have to share today is brand new to me. I am playing out of the 1982 Episcopalian hymnal. This one is hymn number 333, entitled Now the Silence, Now the Peace. The music is by a Carl Schalk, S-C-H-A-L-K, 1929. This is doable for the organ, and this is probably at the max a little bit of my ability, but this does not go fast. There's also a lot of the breath marks up and down where you take a pause, and I'm going to do that every time. Those are kind of scattered throughout. This is kind of modal. Key, for those of you who've had music theory in college, you're familiar with key signatures, major, minor. Modal kind of predates our scales, major and minor. This sounds a little bit modal. It has the key signature, the look of F major, and starts out kind of F major, but ends on a C major, which is a very open sound, kind of an unfinished, which makes this hymn also kind of gives it kind of a mysterious quality. I like it. This one is going to be great for me, a beginning organist, because I'm going to really focus on my feet, only play the bass. My left hand is not going to duplicate. I'm not going to duplicate the bass in my left hand. It's just going to play the tenor. And then the rest, the melody obviously is with my right hand. Right hand I'm going to put on the swell. I'm going to use the roar float 8, Celeste 8, and roar float 4. So a little hooty, not too overwhelming. My great is going to be open diapason, and that's it. So kind of that, to me it's a hootier sound. My bass pedal is just going to be open diapason and the bourdon 8. So that's, I'm not overpowering anything, and you can play around with the sounds you like. But what I'm going to focus on, and why I'm sharing this with you, is let your foot just do the bass, and the left hand focus on the tenor, and right hand on the women's part, or if you would, the soprano and alto. And I'm going to really try hard not to duplicate in the left what I'm doing in my feet. I don't need to do that. So I'm going to run through this kind of slow. I've got about 5 or 6 more days to practice, and I'm definitely going to use them. So here we go. Now the Silence, Now the Peace, by Carl Schalk. little bit of a struggle at the end. I'll kind of show you what I've done. Every organist has to kind of figure it out for themselves, but what I'm doing is I am going to go ahead and hold the C on this second portion all the way through. I know it moves around in the bass, C to G to C to D to C to G to C to D. I'm not doing any of that. I'm making a great big pedal note in the bass, and I'm just going to hold on to that all the way through. And then down here on the very last line, I'm going to give a great big drop down to this D, and that's what I'm going to do. That's how I'm going to end. I think it kind of gives it dropping down here low rather than being up here where I was, gives this a little more of a finished tone. So, and then I think I want it to go a little bit faster. You shouldn't drag anything, but this is a very pretty piece. And again, as you can see, I've got just this on the grate, just this on the swell, and on the pedal, just these two. So, hope you enjoy. Now the silence, now the peace. And as you work on it, if those tips have been helpful, let me know. Thanks a lot. See you next time.